أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way, Course 3, Lesson 2. Today we will also cover the grammar part which we have studied in QC2 and 1. So when we study the Quran, we see the ayah. In each ayah we will find ism. When we say ism, we want to know the numbers, the genders, the kind, and the state of that ism. When we see the fail, we want to know is Madi, the Mudare, Amr, and what is the file. When the harf comes, we want to know is a common or is a special or the acting amil. Until and unless we know the four aspects of a ism, that is the case. Case means it's rafa mean dhamma or dhammatan, or nasb it's the fatha or the fathatan, and jar mean the kasra or kasratan. Or mahallan or takdiran, it is having the rafa nasjar. Second thing which we want, that is gender. Either the ism is masculine or muzakkar, or is the feminine or the muannas. The third thing we want to know the number. Number mean either it's a single wahid, or is a dual mean the musanna, or is a plural mean the plural jama. And the fourth thing which we want to know about our ism is the kind. Either it's a proper noun, mean nakra, or it's a common noun, mean proper noun, or the common noun, nakra or mar. Until unless we know these four aspects of a ism, its case, gender, number, kind, we neither can understand that ism. We can't properly translate it, and we can't properly use it. So then we saw the four reasons of dhamma coming on the mudari. The one reason maybe fail majhul mazi is the fuila pattern, and the mudari is the yufad. The second reason of a dhamma on a mudari, maybe it belongs to babi taf'il, just like allama, yu'allimu. Yu'allimu is the mudari of babi taf'il, it have a shad in the mid. Third reason, it may belong to babi mufa'ala. The example is hasaba yuhasib. It have a alif inside. The fourth reason is babi ifad, just like aslama yuslim. So if you see a dhamma on any mudare, either it is a mudare majhul, or it's from babi taf'il, or babi mufa'ala, or babi ifad. Then we saw the zamair. We say huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, or we say huwa, huma, hum, ha, hu, huma, hunna. For the second person, we say anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, or we say ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna. For the first person, we say ana, nahnu, or ya and na. For the past, we save the madi sign at the end of a word. It may be tawid dhamma, tawid fatha, tawid kasra, tawid sakun, tum, tunna, wa, and na. What about the mudare? In the beginning of a word, if there is hamza, ta, ya, nun, and the plural sign at the end of a word will be waw alif, waw nun with fatha, ya nun with fatha. Then we saw how the tables are divided. Nasara is the first one. For plural, we add waw alif, it becomes nasar. For friend, we add ta with fatha, nasarta. For self, we add ta with dhamma, nasarta. Tum for the plural, nasartu. Na with the plural, nasarna. For the feminine, we add ta, nasarat. That was madi. the sign at the end. Wa, ta, tu, tum, na, ta, sa. For the mudare, we add at the beginning. Nasara, we add ya in the beginning, it becomes yansuru. For the plural, nasara, we add ya nun at the end and ya in the beginning, yansuruna. For the nasara, we add ta in the beginning, it becomes tansuru. For hamza adding, it becomes ansuru. Adding for ta in the beginning and vav nun add, it becomes tansuruna. Add nun in the beginning, become nansuru. For the feminine, we add ta in the beginning, tansuru. So this was the way how to make the mudari of a verb. Any verb of three letters, you can do the madi and mudari. In mudari, the signs appear in front of the verb. In madi, the sign appear at the end of the verb. Then we saw how to make the amr. If it's coming from babe fatah, it is just like ifta. From afal to ifal, from ajalu, ijal, from idribu, idrib, from asmau, isma, from a'lamu, i'lam, from amalu, amal. But when they come from bab nasara, they take dhamma. From ansuru, unsur, from akhluku, ukhluk, from azkuru, uzkur, from abudu, ubud. So the mudaris, the amr sign is at the end that all have a sakun. Look, all mudaris, they will be having sakun at the end. Amr can be two letters even, just like kun, kul, zid, mur, kul, khuz, ud, bur, bit, bil, tub. Some of them you have done, just like kun, kul, zid, mur, kul, khuz, tub, you have already done in QC2. Amar can be a single word, single letter, just like ra, he, di, she, si, he, fi, ki, li, ni, he. You know only ki. Wakina azabun nar. You have studied in QC1. Wakina. Wa, ki, and na. Ki was the amr. One letter amr. Then we saw the sound verbs in QC1, fataha, nasara, daraba, samir. In QC2, we learned the weak verbs, wahaba, wada, qala, zada, da, hada. And we learned the repeated letters verb, zanna, dalla. And we saw the hamza verb, amara, salaka. So there are the four types of verbs, four types of verbs we have studied. What were they? Sound verb, weak verbs, repeated verb, and the hamza verbs. Then we did the few examples coming on the pattern of fataha. Fataha, fa'ala, ja'ala, khada'a, zahaba, and kata. And we saw a few examples from the bab nasara. Nasara, khalaqa, abada, zakara, shakara, dakhala, hasada, akala, amara, taraka, akhaza, khalada, razaka, sajada, sakana, kafara, sha'ara, sadaka, fasaka, and khatama. We saw a few examples from the daraba pattern. Daraba, raja'a, zalama, malaka, kazaba, kadara. And from the samia pattern, we saw alima, alima, amila, hamida, khasira, shahida, ahida. Then we saw the sign of making verb. We add for the first form fatha, for the second vowel, for third we say ta with fatha, for fourth we say ta with dhamma, tum, na, and tasa. We join them actually. Any three letter of the verbs can be joined and to make a table of madi. Just like wahaba is a three letter verb. How we will take wahaba, wahabu, wahabta, wahabtu, wahabtum, wahabna, wahabat. There is a wa'ada three letter verb. Make a table. Wa'ada, wa'adu, wa'atta, wa'attu, wa'attum, wa'atna, wa'atat. Qala, three letter verb. Make a table. Kala, kalu, kulta, kultu, kultum, kulna, qalat. Zada, zada, zadu, zitta, zittu, zittum, zidna, zadat. Sha, sha'a, sha'u, sheta, shetu, shetum, shena, sha'at. Da, da'a, da'u, da'ta, da'tu, da'utum, da'una, da'at. Hada, hada, hadau, hadaita, hadaitu, hadaitum, hadaina, hadat. Radhiya, radiya, radu, radaita, radaitu, radaitum, radaina, radiyat. Amara, amara, amaru, amarta, amartu, amartum, amarna, amarat. Same way, zanna, zanna, zannu, zananta, zanantu, zanantum, zananna, zannat. Dalla, dalla, dallu, dalalta, dalaltu, dalaltum, dalalna, dallat. So we made the Madi table. We need only the three letter verb. And we just add it with va, ta, tu, tum, na. The Madi table is ready. Let's to have the Mudare table for weak verb. We add ya for plural, ya in the beginning, vav nun at the end. Then we add ta, then we add hamza, then we add ta in the beginning, vav nun and nun, and for feminine ta. Let's to have a practice. We have got wahaba. We say yahabu, yahabuna, tahabu, ahabu, tahabuna, nahabu. Wada. Ya'idu, ya'iduna, ta'idu, a'idu, ta'iduna, na'idu. Qala. Yakulu, yakuluna, takulu, akulu, takuluna, nakulu. Zada. Yazidu, yaziduna, tazidu, azidu, taziduna, nazidu. In Mudari, the last letter have Dhamma, except the vav nun plural one. Sha, sha se yashau, yashauna, tashau, ashau, tashauna, nashau. From da, yadu, yaduna, tadu, adu, taduna, nadu. Ada, yahdi, yahduna, tahdi, ahdi, tahduna, nahdi. From the dia, yarda, yardaw, arda, tardaw, narda. Amara. Yamuru, yamuruna, tamuru, amuru, tamuruna, namaru. Zanna. Yazunnu, yazunnuna, tazunnu, azunnu, tazunnuna, nazunnu, tazunnu. Dalla. Yadillu, yadilluna, tadillu, adillu, tadilluna, nadillu. It means if we know this formula, ya with vav nun, ta, hamza, ta with ya nun and nun, we can attach them in front of any three-letter verb, maybe weak or sound. Just like sound, we say fa'ala, ja'ala, fataha, nasara, alaka, abada, zakara, samia, alima, amila. 11 words you have learned in QC1. You can attach and make the mudare on the same pattern. Or weak words, just like wahaba, wada, kala, zada, shada, ada, radhiya. And the hamza verb, amara, and the repeated zanna, dalla, you can join them for the madi as well as the mudare. So, wahaba, on this pattern we have learned waka'a, and the wahaba mudari is yuhabu. Wada we learn on the pattern at wajada, wasala, walada, waka'a. So wada yu'idu is the mudari. Kala, kala, zaka, taba, kana, they are on the kala pattern. And kama is also. So kala yakulu is the mudari. Zada, you have learned kada. Zada yazidu is the mudari. Sha, sha'a, khafa, they are the two. So sha'a yasha'u. Da'a, on that pattern you have said tala, khala. So from da'a yadu is the mudari. Hada, jaza, jarra, ata, you have studied. They are on the pattern hada. Hada mudari is yahdi and even masha. Radiya, you have pattern nasiya, khashiya, lakiya. Radiya, yarda is the mudari. Amara, the pattern have sa'ala, kara'a. Amara, mudari is yamuru. Zanna, pattern is radda madda, and the mudari is yazunnu. Dalla, the pattern is kharra hakka, and the mudari is dalla yatil. Passive voice, in Mazi we say fu'ila. The first letter Dhamma, the second letter Kasra, the last letter Fatha. And Mudari we say Yuf'alu, first letter Dhamma, the letter before the last letter should have a Fatha. How to make Madi Majhul? We put the Dhamma on the first letter, Kasra on the second letter, and Fatha on the last letter, and we get Fu'ila. Just like for Fa'ala, Fu'ila, from Fataha, Futiha, from Nasara, Nusira, from Daraba, Duriba, from Khalaka, Hulika, from Shariba, Shuriba, from Katala, Kutila, from Kataba, Kutiba. Putting Dhamma on the first letter, Kasra on the second letter or mid letter, and Fatah at the last, make the Madi Majhul, Fu'ila. How to make the Madi, Mudari Mafhul or Majhul. Mudari Majhul we make first letter Fatah, Dhamma, second letter Sakin, the letter before the last Fatah, and the last letter have a Dhamma. So we get Yufalu. First letter Dhamma, the letter before last letter Fatah, and the last letter Dhamma. Yufalu. Just like Yafalu, Mudari Majhul will be Yufal. Yansuru, Mudari Majhul will be Yunsaru. Yadribu, Yudrabu. Yaftahu, Yuftahu. Rahima is a Madi. First we'll take Mudari, Yurhamu, Yarhamu, then Yurhamu will the Majhul. Kara, make the Mudari, Yakrab, make the Majhul, Yukrab. From Yafalu, Yufal. From Yansuru, Yunsaru. From Yadribu, Yudrabu. From Yaftahu, Yuftahu. From Rahima, Yurhamu. From Kara, Yukrab. So we have to identify, yes, Kuriya is a Madi Majhul. Futiha, Madi Majhul. Musiba, Madi Majhul. Al-Mujrimuna is not the Majhul because the last letter is Mim. Before it is the Ra is not having the Fatah. So it can't be Madi Majhul. Nusira is the Madi Majhul. Shuriba is the Madi Majhul. Kutila is the Madi Majhul. Duriba is the Madi Majhul. Ulikat is the Madi Majhul. Rufiat the Madi Majhul. Nusibat is the Madi Majhul. Shutihat the Madi Majhul. Yuktaluna the Mudare Majhul. Tughlabuna Mudare Majhul. Tuhsharuna the Mudare Majhul. Yurzakuna the Mudare Majhul. Yurhamu is the Mudare Majhul. Yuftahu the Mudare Majhul. Yukraus the Mudare Majhul. Tudrabuna is the Mudare Majhul. Then we saw the Fa and Lam, Fa'ala, the Mazi, three letter, three all the have the Fatah, so that is the sign of Madi. But at time what happened? The Ain Kalma may come with Kasra. That is also the Madi pattern. At time it may come with Dhamma. So Madi have three patterns. Fa'ala and Kalma Fatah, Fa'ila and Kalma Kasra, Fa'ula and Kalma Dhamma. So what are they all called Maruf, mean the common. Mudare, maybe Yaf'alu and Kalma Fatah, Yaf'ilu and Kalma Kasra, Yaf'ulu and Kalma Dhamma. So that is Maruf. What is the Majhul? In Madi we say Fu'ila, only one pattern. No and Kalma change in Majhul. Mudare, only one pattern, Yuf'alu. No and Kalma change. In Maruf, the Ain Kalma may change in Madi and Mudare. The Ain Kalma may have Fatah, Kasra, Dhamma in Madi or even in Mudare. But in Majhul, there is no change, only one pattern. Fu'ila, in Mudare, Yuf'alu. So if Madi Mudare, we have Fu'ila, Yuf'alu. It's Majhul. It may be just like yu'allimu, taf'il, yuhasiba, mufa'ala, yuslimu, if'al. So these are called the pattern of those mudare which have dhamma in the beginning. There are 4 reasons of dhamma. Either it's the array majhul, it will have dhamma, or it come from the babe tafil, it have a dhamma, or it may come from babe mufala, it have a dhamma. It may come babe fal, it have a dhamma. Now how we can differentiate them? In mudare, the letter before the last letter have fatha. If not, so is that not mudare. In babe tafil, there is a shad. Look, there is a shad. In babe mufala, there is a alifin. In babe fal, anything which is not mudare majhul, not babe tafil, nam, that falls in babe fal. No sign. Just accept it as a babe fal if it is having showing a dhamma. Kuriya, the madi. Futiha, the madi majhul. Nusira, the madi majhul. Shuriba, the madi majhul. Kutila, the madi majhul. Duriba, the madi majhul. Husiba, the madi majhul. Husiba, the madi majhul. So fail madi majhul, fu'ila is the pattern. From fataha, it will be futiha. From nasara, it will be nusira. From daraba, it will be duriba. From samia, it will be sumia. From jala, it will be juila. From khalaka, it will be ulika. From abada, it will be ubida. From zakra, it will be zukira. From alima, it will be ulima. From amila, it will be umila. From zakra, it will be zukira. How the mudare majhul? It is yufalu. From yaftahu, yuftahu. From yansuru, yunsaru. From yadrubu, yudrabu. From yasmau, yusmau. From yajalu, yuj'alu. From yakhluku, yukhlaku. From ya'budu, yubadu. Babila fata. From yazkuru, yuzkaru. From ya'lamu, yu'lamu. Like yurzakuna, ismu dare majhul. Yuftahu, ismu dare majhul. Yukrahu. Why? Because letter from last letter before it have a fatha. From last letter before fatha. From last letter before fatha. So mudare majhul. Yurhamu. Mudare majhul. Why? Because before last letter there is fatha. Tutrabuna. Mudare majhul. Because before the last letter is fatha. Wanun is not the last letter. They are the sign of plural. Last letter is ba. Tudrabu. Tuhsharu, again before the last letter fatha, so mudare majhul. Yuktaluna, mudare majhul, because before the last letter there is a fatha. Tughlabuna, again it's mudare majhul, because before the last letter there is a fatha. Then we learn 3-letter pattern. We say fa'ala. Fa'ala, he did. It's the mazi first key. We have done in QC. Fa'ala, jala, fataha, nasara, halaka, abada, zakara, samia, alima, amila, daraba. Just like on the pattern of fa'ala, we say rahima. When we put alif in fa'ala, 3-letter, it becomes the fa'il. Just like rahim, the doer. When we put the meme in the beginning of fa and lam and waw before the lam, it becomes maf'ul, the one who get effect, just like marhum. Fa'lan, fa and lam, if we add at the end alif nun, it becomes fa'lan, have the effect of uncontrollable with extreme effect. Rahman, the extreme merciful. When we have ya, fa and lam, we add ya before lam, it becomes fa'il pattern. Fa'il pattern having the continuity effect, continuously merciful. If I have hakama is the verb, hakama, he ordered. If I make file, what will be? I will add alif. Hakim, the one who orders. If I want maful, it will be mahkum, the one who has get the effect of hukam, order. If I want falan, we say hakman, having the extreme effect of order. On file, we say hakim, having the continuously effect of the command. Katala, he killed. Let to make a file. What will be? Katil, the killer. Make maful, maktul, the one who is get the effect of killing. Falan, katlan, having the extreme meaning of killing. Katil, continuously killing. Nasara, he helped. Make the file. Nasir, helper. Make maful. Mansur, the one who is being helped. Nasran, extremely helpful. Nasir, continuously helpful or helper. Alima, he knew. That to make file. Alim, the one scholar. Ma'lum, that which is known. Alman, extremely known. Alim, continuously knowing. Daraba, he hit. Darib, hitter. Madrub, the one who get the effect of hit. Darban, extremely hitting. Darib, continuously. So these pattern, they show us file is the doer. Maful, that gets the effect. Falan, the extremely effect. File, the continuous effect. Whatever the verb we bring, that will have the meaning of these words. Let's to make the root letter. Yakulu, ya is the sign of mudari. Remove it. What is the root letter? Kaf, waw, lam is the root letter. Amanna, na is the zamir. Remove it. So root letter is hamza, mim, nun. Yukhaduna, ya is the ilamat mudari. Remove it. Waw, nun is the plural sign. Remove. So what is the root letter? Kha, dal, ain. Amanu, waw, alif is the plural sign. Remove it. What is the root letter? Hamza, mim, nun. Yash'aruna, ya is the ilamat sign of mudari. Remove it. Waw nun is the plural sign. Remove. So what is the root letter? Sheen and ra. Fazada, fa is the extra letter. Remove it. Zada, za, ya, dal. We know zada, yazidu. Alif is representing ya. In root letter, there is never alif. Either it's come waw or ya. Kanu, waw alif is the plural sign. So kaf, alif, nun coming. But alif is never ruler. We say kaf, waw, nun. Waw is represented here with alif. Tukazibuna, yukazibuna, ya is a ilaman, remove. Waw, nun is a plural sign. Remove. What is left? Kazaba. So kazaba is the root letter. So this is the way how you can determine the root letter. Remove the extra letter. Maybe the madi, wa, ta, tu, tumna at the end, or it may be the mudare, ya, ta, hamza, nun, or waw, nun as a plural. Remove this sign so the root letter will be in front. If in root letter you find alif, remember either it has come in place of waw or ya. How? You have to memorize it. We say in kana and kala, alif is representing waw. In zada and kada, alif is representing ya. Then we saw plural. Plural are two types, Jamma Salim and Jamma Mukassir. In Jamma Salim, we add waw nun and ya nun at that. The actual letter which we are making the plural remains same in the plural. Just like, look, Muslim is the word. We want to make plural Salim. We add waw nun, Muslimuna, Muslimina. Look, the Muslim word is present in Muslimuna and Muslimina. So this is Salim. Momin, Mominuna, Momina. Look, in Mominuna, Momin, the whole word is present. Mominina, whole word. So it's Salim, not broken. Saleh, Salehuna, Salehina. So it's Salim because the word Saleh, single, is present complete in waw nun and ya nun plural. There is another type called the Jamma Mukassir or Taksir, the broken plural. Just like Amala. Amal is a word we want to make plural. It is amal. Look in amal, there is no amal complete. It's broken because between the meme and lam, alif has come. So it has broken. So it's a broken or maksud. Kalb, the plural is kulub. Look, kalb is not sound. It has been broken because between the lam and ba, wow has come. It has broken the kalb. Ism, asma. Look, ism is not coming as a such. It's have added hamza and. So how we find the bab of a word? Suppose we have got a word fataha is the mahdi, and its mahdi will have fatah, the center letter fatah. In mudare, the ta is the center, it have the fatah. It means in Madi Mudare, if the center letter or the ain kalma has fatah, the ba name is fatah. Nasara, look, in Madi you have the ain kalma, the middle letter fatah, but in Mudare it becomes dhamma. When the Madi have fatah in mid and the Mudare has dhamma on that letter, we say bab is nasara. What about daraba? In Madi you have the fatah mid letter, but in Mudare the mid letter which was ra, it have become kasra. So we say bab is daraba. In Samyan, look, the Madi have kasra on the mid letter. Mudare has fatah, so bab is Samya. Hasiba, look, the Madi have kasra on the mid letter, and in Mudare, the again mid letter seen has a kasra, so the bab is Hasiba. Karuma, look, the central letters have dhamma. In Mudare also have the dhamma, so karma. We can say when both Madi, Mudare and Kalma is Fatah, Bab is Fatah. When both have Kasra, it is Hasiba. When both have Dhamma, it is Karuma. If the Madi have Fatah but Mudare have Dhamma, Bab is Nasara. If Madi have Fatah, the Mudare have Kasra, Bab is Daraba. If the Madi have Kasra and Mudare Fatah, Bab is Sami. So you can say Madi, Mudare both have Fatahat, so Bab will be Fatah. If the Madi have Fatah but the Mudare have Dhamma, the Bab is Nasara. If the Madi have Fatah but the Mudare have Kasra, the Bab is Daraba. Now, if the Madi have Kasra and Mudare have Fatah, the Bab is Samia. If the Madi have Kasra and the Mudare have Kasra, the Bab is Hasiba. If Karuma, Madi have the Dhamma, Yakrum, the Mudare also have Dhamma, the Bab is Karuma. When both Fataha, Bab is Fatah. Both Kasara, Bab is Hasib. Both Dhamma, Bab. So the three left. Out of them, both in Mazi have Fatah, but Mudare Dhamma, Nasra. Mudare Kasra, that is Dara. The third is in the Madi you have Kasra, that is Sam. Then we saw this, the root letter and weight and Sifa or Siga. These are three terms. The root letter, actually, they are the letters, just like Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa. And the weight, that is the pattern. What is pattern? In Madi, we say Fa'ala, Fa'ila, Fa'ula is the pattern. And what are the Siga? If I put these three letters in this Fa'ala, it gives me a word Nasara. When I put three letters in Mim and in this pattern, it gives me Samia on the pattern of Fa'ila. If I put Kaf, Ra, Mim in this pattern, it becomes Karuma. So these Nasara, Samia, Karuma, they are the verb. And these verbs are actually called Siga. We say the Madi or the past key or the Siga, they are actually the verb. And on which pattern they are coming? That is called the weight. Fa'ala, Fa'ila, Fa'ula pattern. And the words which are used to make these words, they are called the letter or the root letter. Suppose in Mazi I have got three letters, Ra, Za, Kaf. So these are the root letter. And what is the verb? Razaka. What is the mudare? Yarzuku. What is the amar? Urzuk. The amar last letter is always have sakun. I have got a verb nazala, 3 letter. Verb is nazala. Root letter are nun, zad, lam. Mudare is yanzilu. And the amar is inzil. Kafara, 3 letter. What are the root letter? Kafara. What are the mudare? Yakfuru. What is the amar? Ukfur. Kala, 3 letter. What is the root letter? Kaf, vav, lam. Alif is never a root letter. It either come in place of vav or ya. Here in this case, we know it's come as a vav. So we say kaf, vav, lam is the root letter. What is the mudare? Yaqulu. What is the amar? Ul. Khada, 3 letter. What are the root letter? Khada line. What is the mudare? Yakhdau. What is the amar? Ikhda. Shara, 3 letter. What is the root letter? Sheen and ra. What is the verb? Shara. What is the mudare? Yasharu. What is the amar? Ushur. Madi. Zada, 3 letter. What is the root letter? Za, ya, dal. Alif is never a root letter. It's come in place of ya in this case. We have to remember. But the mudare? Yazidu. Amar, zid. Kana, 3 letter. What is the root letter? Kaf, vav, nun. Mudare, yakunu. Amar, kun. Kazaba, 3 letter. What is the root letter? Kaf, zaba. What is the mudare? Yakzib, yakzibu. What is the amar? Ikzib. Alima, 3 letter. Give me the root letter. An, lam, mim. What is the mudare? Ya'lamu. Amar, ilam. Khala, 3 letter. Give me the root letter. Kha, la, kha, lam, and vav. Alif has come vav. Yakhlu is the mudare. Ukhlu is to enter. Ukhlu. Rabia, 3 letter. Root letter. Rabaha. Mudare, yarbahu. Amar, irbah. Zahaba, 3 letter. Root letter. Zabah. Zahaba. What is the mudare? Yazhabu. Amar, izhab. Raja. Raji ma'ani is the root letter. Mudare, yarjo. Irja is the amar. Sahaba. What is the root letter? Swad, waw, ba. Alif has come in place of waw. What is the mudare? Yasubu. Amar, sub. Ja'ala. Jim and lam is the root letter. What is the mudare? Yajalu. What is the amar? Ij'al. Hazana. Haza, ra is the root letter. What is the mudare? Yahzaru. Amar, ihzar. Kada. What is the root letter? Kaf, ya, dal. Kada, yakidu, yakadu. And kud. Kad is the amar. Shah. What is the root letter? Sheen, ya, hamza. Shah, yashau, shah. Zahabat. Zahaba we have done. Yasabu is up. Abada. 3 letter. And badal is the root letter. Abada, ya'budu. Urbud is the amar. Khalaka. Khalam. Kaf is the root letter. Khalaka, yakhluku, ukhluk. Alima and lamim is the root letter. Alima, ya'lamu, ilam. Let's to pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'azzibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. If you have any question,